Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brad, and I want to talk a little bit about what this group is all about. So if you're in this group right now and you're watching this video, what this group is all about is I will be showing you the exact tactics that I've used to grow my different businesses over the years, succeed as an entrepreneur, not have a job, and actually become pretty goddamn wealthy doing it several times over and sustaining that and growing it over years and years and helping other businesses do the same. To be an entrepreneur, as I've stated in my previous videos, it requires a certain amount of discipline, a certain amount of mental fortitude. You have to have the right thoughts. You have to have the right understanding of what it is to actually be in business for yourself. And if you want to be in business for yourself, there's time-tested ways to actually succeed. And these are things that I've learned by actually going through it. Many people talk about it. They talk a big game. They go to school. They study from some teacher who's making, $30,000 a year or something like that, and doesn't actually own a business. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't be teaching. And those people don't actually know what it is. People who have a job, who maybe run a business on the side. It's good, but it's still a different thing. Me, I've not had a job. I've never needed to get a job. I've always relied on my businesses, and I've gone through ups and downs. I've learned from big mistakes that I've made, hard-won lessons, and I've also had very big wins that have been fucking awesome. And over the past couple months, my businesses have generated over $20,000 in revenue over the past couple months between my consulting business, my business coaching business, and my dating business, Lux Life Pickup. The most prevalent one being Lux Life Dating. So these things that I'm going to teach you are actually working in the real world, and hopefully this year I'm aiming to scale up to 100,000, 120,000 per month through the use of direct response marketing and advertising, which is something that is really starting to pick up some momentum. So with that said, I've really uncovered different principles, and I've learned different things about what makes somebody successful as an entrepreneur. And I've learned what makes somebody fail as an entrepreneur. And by following the basic steps that I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you exactly how it is that I actually live my life to produce real sales every single fucking day or every few days, and actually be able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish. And it's very different. So again, like if you watch my last video, it's one thing to succeed one time in business. So people talk about failure rates in business, and they are pretty staggeringly high. The reason that most people fail in business is, number one, they don't actually do anything. They don't actually take any action. They don't write anything down. They just don't do anything. So for that reason, that statistic doesn't really bother me. It doesn't affect anybody who actually takes action at all. And then for people that have one little hit of success, that's not success either. That's somebody who they just figured out something for a period of time and it worked. Like they were in the right place at the right time. It's like you open up a barber shop right next to, say, like some big company, and the CEO gets his haircut at your barber shop. And what happens there is then everybody wants to get the haircut at the same place the CEO has his haircut. But that is just one little hit of success. As soon as that business goes out of business or something, he finds a better place to go, now you don't have a consistent way to generate leads. You're not going to make any sales, and you don't have a business because you don't have an effective marketing channel to get more people into your business. So that's another reason that most businesses fail. So I'm going to be showing you, just straight up everything that I know on this channel. And again, I actually coach people on how to do that. So for those that are interested in getting more personalized mentorship, by all means contact me. I will be able to provide that service to you, but ideally on this channel I'll be able to put just about everything I know in here, so that you guys, if you take these suggestions, you'll actually be able to have a successful business. Again, it's not as difficult. It's not, the way I put it is that it's not about how fucking smart you are. There's a lot of very, very intelligent people in this world that have tons of degrees that haven't made a fucking dime in their life. A lot of them. And you know, the ones that have made a dime and did make some sales at some point, you know, in time or whatever, they're not still around because they didn't have the fortitude, they didn't have the discipline, they didn't know what to do, they didn't know how to adapt. They freaked out, they got a job, they went back living off mommy and daddy. So it's a very big difference, in what we're talking about here, to actually sustain this over a long period of time and then grow it. And that's what I'm going to be showing you here. And the reason I use this number 10K a month is because 10K a month is a really nice number. You know, even in a really competitive place like New York where everything's so fucking expensive, if you're making $10,000 a month, you know, even after taxes, you're still pretty comfortable. You still can live decently. You can live decently, and you can actually feel like you have some freedom. Now, as an entrepreneur, you know, I will teach you what to do with that 10K. I'm just sort of using that as a seduction. You know, 10K a month really isn't much at all. Like, you can't do much of anything significant at all with that money if you're doing the right things. Like, you have to put that money back into the business. It's not about living this, you know, again, like a big lesson I learned here as well over the past 2 years, let's say I've gone through ups and downs, is that people either are all about looking rich or they're actually about being rich. And if you look at the people that are successful, truly successful, like net worth over $50 million, let's say, they're not so concerned about what other people think about their wealth. They don't necessarily care about what, you know, Jenny thinks about her, you know, this fucking guy's car or something. They're not trying to make them look good. They're not trying to impress anybody. So my point is that you have to take that money that you're making and reinvest it back into the business, which is a whole other thing. It's a whole other level of fear that most people are unwilling to go through. To take the little money that they're making, say you're making $10,000 a year, you will ideally put at least a couple $1,000s of that back into the business to grow it. So, you know, that's the key to actually having success in business, and most people don't have the fucking guts to do it. So I'm going to show you, you know, what exactly I do, why I do what I do, and how to produce results, and how to actually get your business to grow, get more customers in the door, be able to serve them, produce a better product than anybody can possibly compete with because you're more focused, and making stuff happen. So that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.